but it is. Anyway, point being, coming all the way back up, Tim Ferriss's unjuiced, unedited list was interesting because I looked at that. That's actually kind of some open source analytics itself. And when I looked at that, I was like, this is interesting. There is a stealth topic here, which I'm also really interested in, that Tim's listeners are interested in, and I'm not sure it's being named as such, and that is transhumanism. And that's Huberman Lab, that's life extension, that is brain-machine interface, and it's limb regeneration, it's all your fitness stuff, it is all the recovery stuff, and so on. All of that is sort of a whole growing positive, in my view, positive trend. The problem is people have pathologized it. They think transhumanism is like the Klaus Schwab version from the World Economic Forum, where you all become misshapen monsters and you're edited and, you're Quasimodo, whatever.
Harvesting adrenochrome from orphan children in Romania.
That's right. So
something like that.
We need probably a different term for it. And I've got some terms that I've been thinking about. I think, there's often you have the positive and the negative version of any term. Like you can, Russell conjugate it positively and negatively. Like, he was righteously angry or he was incandescently mad or whatever. You can change the tone of how.
Yeah, the sweat, transpire, glisten, depending on.
Yeah, exactly. I sweat, he perspires, she glows, right?
Yeah.
So whatever else you might call it, I like to use the term optimalism as opposed to optimism. You are optimizing yourself. You are being positive. There's an objective function. Transhumanism, you might say it's just a change, whether that change is positive or negative is unstated, right? But optimalism is, in a sense, you're improving, you're getting better, right? It is like optimal physical fitness, it is optimal health, it is taking care of oneself, it is optimizing finances, it is optimizing everything, very in tune with, I think, what a lot of your listeners are for, right? So that to me, if you asked about foreseeable futures, transhumanism is an all-weather thing, or let's call it optimalism. People will want to get better. And I think science is now really starting to catch up there. And this is actually one of the good things about, the state sort of receding and coming back and not being able to, like the Overton window on this is absolutely moving. People are much more skeptical of the FDA. And that actually has good aspects because it means that more treatments and so on can get through. But all right, so you asked about foreseeable future. So one of them is optimalism /transhumanism.